Live in front of a studio audience, recorded in Burbank, California. It's the SideQuest Live, your weekly journey into the beautiful world of video games. I am the extremely hoarse Dali Dimovsky, one of your three hosts this evening. Joining me, as usual,
Three horsemen,
Bliss.
huh?
We had the three horsemen.
If I had my new thing, I would do like the laugh track and the intro clap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll press that one next time.
I've got one of those on the way too. So we're really gonna fuck with Dally.
That guy right there is JJ Holder.
It is JJ Holder. I got nothing else to add to that. I am JJ Holder. That's it.
Yes. Well, how you guys doing?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be worse, right?
I mean, we're
theoretically we could be Dally. You know,
coming off the holiday weekend. We've all lost every ounce of energy.
Zero energy left.
Yeah.
I've had more welcoming Mondays. We'll put it that way.
Yeah?
No,
I'm actually doing a lot better today. My voice was completely gone Tuesday and Wednesday. Poor Ryan Gann. We had gone to the I was in Chicago for the holiday.
That's right.
We went to see good old Ryan, Calamity Gann. We went and saw AEW, and I just could not speak at all. The whole time I'm just like, hey, Ryan, that guy right there is going to win this match. And that was basically my whole voice this entire time. Wasn't fun. But it was a fun time.
Ryan was probably about as happy as he's ever been while you visited, though. So
exactly. Dolly is finally quiet. Well, I'm going to do a lot less talking today. I'm going to leave it to these two wonderful gentlemen, but I will kick them off with news and stuff as we go along the way.
So I was expecting I will kick them off and then just like turn off our fucking.
I will kick them off. See ya.
Yeah.
We had a couple little news bites here. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen because there's actually really good stuff. You guys like numbers, right?
They're overrated, but sure.
Numbers overrated. Here's some numbers. God of War Ragnarok is the Loki at this, guys. I've already used the other Loki version. Zach tried to put me in my place, but this was better. God of War Ragnarok is now the fastest selling PlayStation game in history. In its debut week, sold 5.1 million across PS4 and PS5. So hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised that it sold that much, to be honest, only because it's such a weird time to be a PlayStation gamer.
Yeah, but I mean, it is a
in which sense, Dally?
In a time where there's no console exclusives, man. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
In the sense that Sony has been keeping their cards really close to their chest in terms of exciting fans. Like they had that initial kickoff PlayStation 5. Check out all the cool stuff we're working on. And then it's just been a drip feed of info, like worse than Nintendo and Microsoft in terms of information for stuff coming out. So, like I have a PS5, I have an Xbox, and I have a Switch, and I'm way more excited about the Xbox because of Game Pass and the Switch because of games, and the PS5 I'm not as excited about because I don't know what's happening next year. I'm not interested in PSVR 2. So
once you get out of the weeds, like all three of us are in, you will find out that it's mostly kind of the exact opposite in a lot of ways. So many people are super stoked about getting a PlayStation 5 this holiday finally because they're kind of been easier and easier to get, and now's the time.
They were in the GameStop when I walked in today. There was a stack, a pyramid of PS5s.
Absolutely. Outside of people like Game Pass, but I just like average folk don't really seem to really be like pounding their chests excited to pick up their Series X or Series S or whatever. I mean, it's just, but and the Switch is the Switch. That means it's its own separate entity out there floating around doing its own thing. But I
am very curious to see how console sales go this year.
Yeah.
Because the Switch is obviously on its way down. It's not going to sell as much as it used to.
Except that it just sold a shit ton because of Pokemon.
You mean
I feel like this is a lot of last gasps.
There you go. Holy shinks. Yeah. You know all those technical issues you fuckers have been finding in Pokemon? You know, this is the shittiest game on the planet. Guess what? We're gonna fix that by not doing anything and doing the same thing over and over again. Selling 10 million.
The hardest part for me is going through, and I found quite a few threads on Twitter just going through the weird ways that the game was developed from a graphical design standpoint. The mapping of textures, again, even just looking back to the game that just came from the Pokemon Company and Game Freak, Arceus, didn't do all the bad things that this one did. And it's just like, all right, listen, did we stop developing Arceus and then just move on to this one with the same people? As in literally we stopped that one and then started this one and there was no time? Because that's kind of what it looks like. It's just I don't know, just layer it.
Arceus is out. All right, let's start the next Pokemon game. We got to get it out by November.
Kind of feels like it. I mean, the company's not that big. Right. I mean, of course, I'm sure that they have enough people to start some stuff while the other one's going. But as far as I don't know. I mean, who knows? I will. I'm the last person that's going to find out, I'm sure.
I mean, we'll talk more about this, but it is the fastest selling Nintendo first party game of all time. In 3 days, it broke every record in Japan. It is the fastest selling Japanese game in Japan of all time, regardless of first party or third party. Just an absolute freaking monster.
Bizarre stuff, man.
It's
I will literally never get it.
You're never going to buy it. We know that. You're never going to get it.
Yeah, that's true.
Both respects, in a way. We'll get into this game later because I know JJ and I have been playing it, but it's their big fall release, right? Because the Bayonetta and Mario and Rabbids is technically a third party. This is their big fall release, and they kind of focused all of their money on this and on the Pokemon anniversary stuff. I mean, they got Ed Sheeran to do the music video for this song, and they really kind of pushed it. So, do you
think they paid him, or do you think they just said, "Listen, think about the Pokemon exposure"?
Yeah,
what do you guys think?
It could have been both. Hey, Japan doesn't own a lot of Ed Sheeran albums yet. Maybe that was it. I don't know, but I'm. This is the sort of case because I know outlets didn't get review code for this until 6 days before the game release. So,
I wonder why.
Yeah, everybody got the codes on the Saturday or the Sunday before the game was out.
Yeah.
And so reviews did not matter for this at all. I mean, we all know the issues, the glitches and shit, but it was pre-ordered. This was the open world, the story they told, in what they wanted to sell. And to be honest, with this and with God of War, it's actually really healthy for the game because you also had Modern Warfare sell a bajillion just a couple weeks ago. Between the three of these games,
I want to see the 3-piece Venn diagram, right? I want to know how many people bought all three. Are we talking about 3 major segments with some overlap?
JJ, did you buy all 3?
I don't have Modern Warfare 2 yet.
Okay. Yeah, right. That Modern Warfare 2 will be on sale before the end of the holiday.
I'm about to say, because I have to download Modern Warfare 2 to play Warzone 2. So I guess technically, yes.
You technically don't.
Yeah.
The install on Warzone 2 or whatever we're calling it is much smaller than the actual full.
When I download Warzone 2 on Steam, it was just the Modern Warfare 2 icon appears on my desktop.
Right. In my case, I'll probably get it for PS5. I have Evil West still on there because I've kind of finishing up that game, which means I don't have any space available for Modern Warfare 2, just knowing that it's like an 800 gig
Yeah,
game.
I mean, I was going to say, all the 550 gigs.
Yeah, right.
Understandable.
So, but yeah, it's actually great for the games industry to have these games doing so well, first party, third party. Part of it is because there aren't a lot of games out there releasing like big giant AAA games. But yeah, I think it is good in the case of at least this part, and hopefully it starts to, next year, 2023, things start to kind of level off. But yeah, it's good numbers for all of them, regardless of what you think of the game quality. Marketing fucking works. Marketing fucking works. There was one other bit of news here that I wanted to cover. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Before that gets up there, keep talking. Say something to yourselves. I don't know.
No, we're just gonna sit here and complete.
No, I don't. This is not what I
agree
agree to.
Yeah. It's a good one. Well, there's the Mario Brothers second trailers tomorrow.
So that's not news for this episode.
It's not news yet.
News for next episodes.
We're not doing announcements on the show today,
no. Yeah, right. No,
you can just tell us what you're trying to bring up, and we can start vamping leading.
No,
up
I've got
to
it. I've got it.
I do have one thing I want to talk about, but it's very small and minor, and it won't take but a couple of seconds. But
this was one of the things that I wanted to talk about. I'm going to share it right now. The ongoing saga of
like, I know what it is, but just taking her sweet ass time taking this path.
There
we go.
FTC to file the antitrust lawsuit to block the Activision deal. This was last week's note, right? However, in that time, Microsoft has said that they're willing to make some concessions, which is that 10-year PlayStation 5 Call of Duty deal thingy that they talked about. So I mean, I think that's likely what will happen.
It just kind of goes to show you how powerful of a force people outside of the industry see Activision to be, where Microsoft acquiring it, they see as being antitrust or monopolistic. Like, it's not really, but I understand where you're coming from. But
exactly. But I mean, that was. It's funny because that was really all I wanted to. There was another one I can't even fucking remember anymore. I'm just so out of it right now.
I just want to talk about because the Player's Choice voting for the Game
Awards.
Oh yeah. And I'm looking at it, and it's very fun to see like what's on there because
and what's missing.
What's missing? Well, it's like it's better. It's got some better inclusions, but still has the garbage that shouldn't be missing. Like, inexplicably, Minecraft is on there for Game of the Year.
Oh geez, let me pull that sucker up.
How does not count as like continuing Game of the like? Okay.
So at 9% we're in round 1 right now. At 9%, leading the pack is Elden Ring. 8%, you've got God of War and Sonic Frontiers. You've got.
Where is this located under, by the way?
It's Player's Choice across the top of when you go to the Game Awards website. They've got next to nominees, Player's Voice. So you got the whole list. At the bottom of the list, it goes into percentage breakdowns, but
okay, all right,
yeah, it's very funny to see
Sonic Frontiers. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, Vampire Survivors sitting there at 3%. Then you see like 1% for Marvel Snap and Valorant and Apex Legends and Destiny 2. Zach,
I'm actually surprised it's so split.
Yeah.
Right.
This is like Elden Ring only getting 9% seems, I don't know, surprising.
It will probably walk away with it in the later rounds when it's not polling more joke votes aren't being thrown in other categories and stuff. For
we're gonna end up with Sonic Frontiers taking it, man. At this point, just watch. It's gonna happen.
It was when I looked before the show. It was not tied with God of War, and now it is. So it's moving on up, man.
Listen. Making the field smaller is not going to hurt it. I watch.
Right. Making the field smaller is going to make it better for Sonic to win. I got to sign in to vote. All right, I'll do that later, and I'll sign in and vote for Sonic.
All right, I just thought that was fun and to look at.
I'm going to sign in and vote for this game right here.
Oh, you got the Switch version.
I wanted to try it. I want to try to see how bad it is.
I watched digital Sonic Frontiers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
For the team this time. What you drinking, by the way, there, Taylor?
I'm just sipping a little bourbon tonight.
Oh, nice. Any specific kind or?
This is Bullet.
Oh, nice. I got some Elijah Craft. No ice.
I've got Mountain Dew Zero Major Mountain.
Hell yeah.
I pour that in my bourbon, JJ.
There you go. All right, so let's get. I think that was basically it for the news. Let's get.
We milked the news section.
Yeah, we did.
For all it was worth.
There was not much. Let's get into what we've been playing. Let's start with Taylor this time because Taylor's the man.
I got a short list because I didn't get to really play much on the long weekend because I was out for most of it. But I did tuck back into Vampire Survivors. Speaking of, I don't think I had played it since the 1.0 release.
Oh yeah,
I had played it. I mean, it was like the first thing that I bought when I got the Steam Deck last year, and dropped like 22 straight hours into it. After that,
my man.
But haven't played it since, and so there's a whole bunch of new stuff to unlock. So I did that for a few hours. I picked up Dead Cells, with all the DLC. I technically have it for Switch, but now that I have the Steam Deck, I'm not gonna deposit money into the DLCs for that.
Sure, yeah.
Because I mean, I'll get all the DLCs and I'll end up spending about as much as the complete game, or like the game plus DLCs on Steam. And I would probably rather play that on Steam Deck anyway, to be quite honest. So I've been playing a bunch of that because I'm obviously behind on unlocks. And then I got the PSX core working on Mister.
Nice.
I got Symphony of the Night working.
Nice.
So put in.
What game is that?
Symphony. I don't know. It's a small indie game.
Yeah.
It's like Castle Veins or something.
Castlevania.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, and that's a surprise. That somehow, shockingly, good game. Who knew? But yeah, I'll be putting more time into that and figuring that out. That's it. That's it. The whole thing.
Excellent. What about you, JJ?
A ridiculous amount of stuff.
Nice.
Just because I have the Steam Deck now, and there is a sale going on, so it's just like it's filling the gaps.
Wait a minute. You got your Steam Deck now? When did you order it?
I got it like when it was like when they just the 2 weeks before they became their normal fucking thing.
Okay.
That when you can just order it. So I've had the Steam Deck for a while now. I'm certain I've talked about it several times.
Probably.
Me and Taylor have had sidebars off the show with him helping me figure some shit out at this thing.
That's
I gotta help.
I have to back up JG on that one. That's factually accurate.
Yeah,
you're gonna help me out with the Xbox, with the Windows, so I can get Game Pass on this sucker.
Tell me it's worth it.
Yeah, so I've been playing Miles Morales on the Steam Deck. That's great. Teardown. Have you ever played? Have any of you played Teardown?
I heard of it.
It's just a goofy voxel-based destruction game where it's just you go in here and you just destroy everything. It's great. It's great for the Steam Deck. It makes my laptop cry, but
great.
The Steam Deck, it is thrilled. It's like, yeah, all right,
really
go.
Interesting.
Yeah. On Thanksgiving, we played some Jackbox Party Pack 9. That was fun.
I literally had I had Jackbox pre-installed on my Steam Deck in case like any filmers were like, you know, just we need something to do, and I had it ready to go. But
yeah,
we got to do our game night for Jackbox. So you can get your review in.
Get my review in, yeah. At least I finally got some party play time with this.
The nice thing about Jackbox is that I don't have a voice. I don't need one for Jackbox. So
yeah. Fibbage was a huge hit.
Fibbage is Fibbage is always a classic.
Yeah,
Fibbage was it Fibbage About You? I think is that version is so great where you're actually putting in your question. Nice.
Yeah, but my current like favorite stinking game to play on the Steam Deck right now is Ace Combat 7.
Ooh, sweet.
Interesting.
That game, Ace Combat's already really fucking good, and just to like be a lazy piece of shit on the couch and play. And the Top Gun Maverick DLC is out for it now too, so it's great all around experience for the Steam Deck. I love the Ace Combat games and their lore, crazy ass lore. It's like, oh, this game technically takes place in the Galaga and Dig Dug universe.
Okay. It's the prequel series.
No, actually, Ace Combat 3 is a prequel to Galaga.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome. and Dig Dug and like some other obscure Namco space-based games, and I think even a couple of the Ridge Racers exist in the same universes.
Awesome. Awesome.
It's absurd. I can also talk about the gadget that I got. If you want
let's talk about that, dude. That's what I'm curious about.
So yeah, I got an email a few weeks ago from a company called Fixture Gaming. Mm-hmm. And it's like, hey, you want to check out the new Switch OLED dock thing that we have? It's not a dock. It's, I don't know what you would call it exactly, but it's like a controller mount. That's the right word for it, because it's already existed for the previous edition of the Switch.
Oh, did it?
So,
okay.
Yeah. So there's an S1 and an S2. This is the S2 model. So it showed up the other day, and it's actually So I'm going to turn off the blur because it just really fucks with all of this shit. So as you can see, it just snaps to a Switch Pro controller. It's got a good range of motion. It doesn't snap to it. I'll show you the effect. It's got a good range of motion on it too, so you can really.
Oh wow! You can adjust it.
You can adjust it, and it folds down pretty flat in the whole thing. But it holds it's designed. You can tell it was designed specifically knowing that this is an awkward way of holding a Switch. It distributes the weight really well. Like sitting like this, like this way. I'm playing The Show right now on the Switch. It distributes the weight really well, so it doesn't actually have a lot of weight when you're like sitting there and just sort of lazing around playing a Switch game. On top of that, you can take it off the controller and actually just use it as a stand by itself, so you can actually like have it in desktop mode like this while charging without having to get like the weird dock thing that they put out. That's that little tripod thing.
You could be a rooftop Karen, just like in the old the Switch commercials.
So it's actually really like comfortable all around because I mean it's there's not much to it, and the way it locks into place on the Switch is clever. At least it's not like one of those spring-loaded things like the backbones are, or some of those phone ones, because this only works on one system, so you don't need it to be universal, so you can make it straight up. And you can see, you can see it's actually got the rails like it's Joy-Cons, so it just locks into place on the rails on the side of the Switch itself. So
you can't put your Joy-Cons on this and still plug it into the...
Correct, because it is using those side rails to lock it into place so it doesn't fucking fall out or wiggle around. Or once it's in there real solid.
You're absolutely terrifying me by doing it by shaking it around like that, dude. Oh my lord!
I'm confident in this thing. The build quality is surprisingly good for a clip from a company I had never heard of before. So, it also, I wasn't expecting it, but they did include their case with it. And this is actually like the best Switch case I've ever like had. I've got a few of them because it is. So here's the case. It's really fat, so there's no like real easy.
Oh, cool.
It's not easy to like, but it's preformed to fit the Pro controller, which is really nice.
Oh,
so,
dude, that's cool.
So when it sits, so it just like sits nice and doesn't sit flat, but it sits in there once you've got it all folded down, and it's got a little flap to hold a handful of Switch games. It's got a nice little pouch to throw your Joy-Cons in there if you wanted to.
And cords and all that kind of stuff.
I wouldn't put the power supply doesn't really fit too well in the case. It adds too much and you can't really close it or anything. But not very many Switch cases carry no Switch cases carry the Pro controller. So to have it preformed to make it easy to sort of carry around the Pro controller, it's like a really good case for that.
Nice.
But it comes for it being a sort of independent thing from a small company that kind of exclusively sells on their own website and Amazon. It comes at a cost. The clip itself is $45, which that's not super bad. I mean, it's not great, but there's no electronics in it or anything like some of the other like phone clip ones or something like a Backbone or something that has Bluetooth or whatever. But with the case, it's about I think $65. It's an extra $20
That's not
to get
bad
the
at all,
case in
actually.
there. Yeah, so for $65 you get the mount and the case, and as a total package, it's a really good sort of alternative. Because I don't have too much of a problem with the Joy-Cons, but if I don't have to use them, I don't want to. And this really helps cut them out of the equation significantly in a lot of ways. I love
the Pro controller, and I would rather play with the Pro controller on this type of device, just on the Switch. So this is pretty good.
So I'm actually a big fan of this thing. I think it's designed really well. It has one job and it does it very, very well. And selling one for each device, like not like trying to like make them universal between the two or something, benefits it a lot. Because it's not like you saw me shaking it around and everything. If you tried to make it work on both those systems, it would change the sort of mounting procedure, and it would give me less confidence in it. I would not trust it if it was just those spring-loaded, claws that snap down on it. But it just locking into place like that, and with this case pre-formed and everything, it's just if you prefer the Pro controller over the Joy-Cons, which you probably almost certainly do, I recommend it.
Show me the person that
I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
Listen, I know they exist.
No, I guarantee
they're 7 years old.
Yeah, I was about to say they are not our target demo. Like kids love that. Kids love that shit, man. So
yeah.
But yeah, I legit really think this is a great little controller mount. Like it's it's a company with something to prove, and they kind of nailed it off.
Nice.
Bravo to them.
It folds down and can kind of be compact.
Yeah, it's got have giving it that full range of motion really helps it. It really lays flat when you just set it down. So yeah, it's great. I like it.
That's one of the things that I actually look for when I'm looking at products like this.
Yeah.
Any gaming product, any product in general is, can I get this sucker compact? Can it function more for my lifestyle instead of changing my lifestyle for it? And it seems
if you didn't have the case, you could easily and just wanted to it folds down real nice and small. So you could easily just throw it in your bag, fold it down nice and small. And I use it over the kickstand on the Switch now because
Oh, cool.
I like because you can plug it in without having to.
Is
I'm still using it in desktop mode, so yeah.
I was gonna say, is the USB still open on this thing when it's?
Oh yeah,
perfect.
Yeah,
Which is
so
what, you can't get that with the kickstand.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's exactly. So I will show you. Like they even have you can see on the design they even have pass throughs, so you can like thread the cables through it and shit too. So like they thought of knowing full well that people that they even advertise it as use it as an alternative to the kickstand because of that. Like they know that like this is and it raises it up a little bit. So for a bigger person, it's not a you can angle it a little better and have it kind of lifted up off the table a little more and stuff. It's really nice, and it's got a textured rubberized sort of base to it, so it doesn't slide around either. So yeah. They thought about it and actually kind of made.
They thought of everything.
Yeah, so good for them. I like it. A plus.
What else have you been playing or using?
The thing that me and you can both talk about.
All right, let's talk about that.
Yeah. So
Marvel Snap. No, just kidding.
Marvel Snap. Fuck yeah. WWE Supercard.
WWE Supercard. No, Pokemon. So I will just start by saying, and I mentioned in the Discord, and I'm gonna let you kind of take over because my voice is almost gone again.
Yeah.
I'm actually having a blast with this game because it really is, for all intents and purposes, this really is an open world game because they're like, hey, here's this like short 2-hour kind of intro, get you into the world, into Pokemon, and then they're like, okay, go out of the town. If you turn left, you can do this. You turn right, you can do this. But go do whatever you want. You can legit go right to the ending battle after like 2 hours into the game. Yeah. Definitely don't recommend it because you'll get destroyed. But man, it's from that standpoint, you really can go do whatever you want. And I'm loving that. Now, those glitches.
Like,
I knew
45
seconds into the game, the opening scene is you waking up in your room, or you're in your like little room, and you head down the stairs and you go say hi to your mom, and then someone knocks the door. That's like all in the first 45 seconds. Every Pokemon game.
Every Pokemon game since Red has been the same opening. Yeah.
So I get up, I walk down the stairs, and I come around a corner, and my guy disappears off the screen completely. And I'm like, wait a minute. Immediately broke the camera. And my Switch had been off because I heard people had said, turn your Switch off, let it completely go off, then turn it back on.
Yeah.
Disappeared. And I had already seen some like, pop in weird, nothing like wild just yet from like characters flipping around or elongated bodies or anything. Yeah. I'm actually kind of excited to see that stuff, but I did see Pokedong a couple times, which is great. When Diggler or whatever that is, Dirk Diggler.
I don't know what he's called.
I know it's called. Will appear in the
Are we talking about the white Diglett?
Yeah, the white Diglett, exactly.
It is Wiglet. It is Wiglet. Like, it's definitely, yeah. Wiglet Anyways, Wednesday, everybody.
There are I'm writing it. Wiglet Wednesday. Okay, that's the name of our thing. All right, continue, JJ.
So I think it goes without too much explanation that Pokemon's my shit extremely. That I have not missed mainline games since day one. So there was never any doubt in my mind that I was going to play this and enjoy this. And I do. I enjoy the hell out of it. I think that in terms of, if you just take away how busted of an experience it is for the performance wise, like the game itself is definitely the best Pokemon has been, like as a mainline normal ass Pokemon game. Like they've changed, it really is. They changed some very important things for the better in Pokemon, and I love it. But I haven't had any significant glitches. Nobody's flipped out. I haven't had any real. I had an early sort of like that. There's a Psyduck on the bridge that can kind of fuck things up for you if you at sometimes, but It did send me below the bridge for a couple of seconds, but I snapped right back into place.
You are a troll.
Yeah, it's true. Elon will tell you such. But like, other than that, like, pretty much my biggest sort of problems I've been having have been performance overall, and that there's not going to be much that they're going to be able to fix for that. I don't think. I think they can patch some certain things in. I don't know if it was ever confirmed to there being the memory leak that people seemed to think was happening with this game, but
yeah, I mean, the problem is that I've seen that rumor now happen with most open world games that have ever come out for the Switch. They said the same thing about Xenoblade when, in the first probably couple of weeks that Xenoblade came out. I don't know if it's just a thing that open world, I mean, who knows, maybe open world games are basically impossible without memory leaks, but maybe it also just is like a really, really strong placebo effect where people are just convinced that it improves when they reset the game.
That's what I feel like. I feel like once you start getting too accustomed to the frame rate, you can easily just like to the bad frame rate, because it's bad. It is bad frame rate, period. I am not like as snobbish about frame rate in a lot of instances, but I am 100% like, no, this is just bad frame rate. It does that Kirby thing that we were joking about, where like the characters in the background are going at like 2 frames per second, but it's like 1,000 times funnier and worse in this game because there's always 1,000 characters in the background at all times.
So I was never I was never a frame rate snob until this year with Kirby, with this game, and I just reviewed obviously Evil West. Evil West does that as well, and that's a brand new Unreal Engine 5 whatever game, and that does. And I'm wondering, is there something in the water that developers are doing this? Because when a game goes to like the further you get away from any character and they start like California Raisioning, it's crazy.
It was doing that on Miles Morales. I was playing Miles Morales on
really.
Yeah, but I'm playing it on Steam Deck, so it's like this is I kind of expect it from that in order to like maintain a really good like gameplay frame rate. Some of the characters in the background go to, like, you see them moving in like a stilted like stop motion kind of thing, but like but no, Pokemon is particularly egregious about it. The one problem I have with the game it's not a problem. I find it absolutely fucking hilarious and laugh every single time it happens, is that nothing will get in the way of the character's pathfinding. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
You will be sitting there watching your Pokemon evolve, catching a Pokemon, having a battle. It doesn't matter. The little Joey and his fucking bug are going to walk right through and clip through the entire scene as if nothing happened.
So great.
It is, I don't know. It's just so funny. And every time you get out of a battle and you're just surrounded by like 1,000 Pokemon that have been on the field, just like, because
where did all these fuckers come from? Legit.
Because the battles do not turn off any character. It should, like, you'd think it would just turn off the pathfinding for a second and just let it.
Nope.
I just stall them for a minute.
Yeah.
No.
But nope. Absolutely not.
Sometimes you'll get out of one battle and then right into the next battle because there's a fucking.
Well, luckily,
we're just waiting.
Yeah. Luckily, they did change significantly. They did make it so the trainers don't automatically.
Yes. Thank God.
You have to initiate the battle. You have to walk up to them and hit. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to fight.
They got rid of that, but Pokemon play by a different rule. They can attack you. You can attack them. You can sneak up on them. It's got stealth going on in here to catch Pokemon.
Which version did you get? Scarlet or Violet?
Violet.
Okay, good man. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one. No,
I like weird digital dragon, and I like
same here.
So and I like cosmetically. I think the purple school uniform looks better than the red school uniform.
I agree.
So.
Did you? Who was your starter?
Weed Cat.
Oh, nice. Weed Cat is good.
Yeah.
Cat.
I chose Few Kako.
Yeah, it seems like nobody's choosing Pompadour Duck. Everyone's just picking those two.
Duck, but Pompadour Duck.
I just like I do like the final evolution of both the fire and the grass type. Same. I think they both. I like little Weed Cat turns into a smug magician, and your little fire boy turns into like a rock star with a flaming bird microphone. It's very good.
It really is.
Good there are a couple of good designs. So
you know what I like about this is that there are a lot. I've already bumped into, even like 6-7 hours in the game, I've already bumped into a ton of Pokemon that like new designs that I really like. There's a lot of cool new Pokemon. Yeah. There's also a lot of like lame Pokemon, which I think is okay because you want a boring Pokemon. It's like, oh, it's another spider.
Listen, have you been outside? Sometimes they're just some animals that suck.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just a cricket, dude.
You just look at it.
All interested.
Yeah, they're like, oh, look at this little freak. I hope it doesn't try to come over to me. Oh. I don't like that. There's that one.
It's a sparrow sometimes. Yeah.
There's that one. Yeah. There's that one dog. There's that one dog in the game that looks like it had a stroke. I hate it. I hate it so much. I forget what it's called, but like the first time I saw it, I actually went, ew.
I'm assuming this is not Fido.
No. I love Fido and will protect Fido. Yeah. It's on my team currently.
Okay. I need to get a Fido on my team.
I'm trying to. What? I gotta find what that fucking dog's name is because I hate it. I want to put it on blast.
It's very appreciated what like they're doing with this game, but again, man, the issues, the technical issues are. I mean, they're not going to hold back anybody from buying this game. They're not.
No.
You're either a Pokemon person or you're not, and you saw the sales numbers earlier. I don't think that the Pokemon company getting a new Switch is going to do anything. You need to have another developer, like you need to have a Monolith on this.
Yeah,
somebody who actually knows how to do. Because Monolith is a Rockstar team. They helped with Breath of the Wild, Xenoblade. The games run awesome. You know, they help with other projects. You need to get them on this. I don't know why Nintendo is so freaking stingy with Pokemon Company or Creatures Inc. or whoever else owns them that they won't let any other team help them on a main Pokemon game. Yeah, they'll have somebody develop a remake like Brilliant Diamond and Pearl, whatever, which was okay, but they were just okay games anyways. But yeah, it's weird. They need help. They're a team of 6 people locked in a closet. And they're developing on an Atari 26. They're developing on an Intellivision Amico, and they really need to get them like better development hardware.
We're gonna get sued.
Yeah. I forget how to. Here's that shitty Pokemon. I'm sharing it currently, and I forget how to.
You hit present.
Yeah, I did. I hit present, and I can't screen shift. 6. It's not fucking doing anything.
You hit share screen?
Yeah.
Present?
Yeah. Stop screen. Yep. I'm going to hit present again. Share screen. Share window. This window. Share. Where is he?
There. Oh. Brilliant. Yep. Brilliant. Well, that was it.
Is he trying to goof on us? Is he saying that are we saying that we're the bad dog Pokemon?
Yeah. Boy, that they did not want me to share that dog. Anyways, his name's Mischief. It's bad. It's a bad Matchchief, not Mischief. And it's a bad Pokemon.
Oh, like Mastiff.
Mastiff, but Mischief, yeah. And it looks terrible, and I hate it. So
well, it just reminds me, I mean, like, you know, there's always like a Bidoof in every game, right?
Yeah, there's a Bidoof in every game.
The Donald Trump weasel is everywhere. It's everywhere in this game.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's been outside nonstop at my Pokemon Go walks as well.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah,
it's like Twitter. It's just it's everywhere.
Any final words on Pokemon?
I like it. It's a busted mess. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt this game. I don't think. I don't. The people who at the sort of issues with this game, it will ruin. Like if these issues ruin it, you were never gonna like this game probably anyways. Like honestly, because it's just like this. I wish that I was a stronger person and that everyone else was strong about this. And like, it's like the Madden situation where it's just like, if you just stop buying it, they're going to try to make it better, but
it ain't gonna happen.
It's not going to happen. I'm not that strong. Children aren't that strong.
I don't know. What do you mean we're not that strong? They're not that good.
But they are. They're not. They are though. They are.
Oh my god! I love looking at ass the whole time. It's so fun.
I mean, I love looking at ass too. But
yeah, I mean, like, have you not looked at ass, man? It's great.
Have you not looked at ass in a while? Come on, Taylor.
Jesus.
Make that the title, Dally. I dare you, coward.
Have you not looked at ass in a while?
No, and you have to put Taylor in it.
No, please don't. I don't need this any more Googleable than it already is. Thank you.
Taylor's gonna have some interesting SEO.
Oh goodness. At least we're getting closer to another big game release week. Actually, we are in another big game release week. There's Callisto Protocol. Is Midnight Suns this week or next week?
It's the second, I think. So
there's a bunch of games releasing this week.
It's great because you know how it's going to be with me. It's going to be the Sonic Frontiers situation where it's like, okay, so you have Sonic Frontiers and you have God of War. Which game did JJ get? Oh, the Sonic the Hedgehog game. Great, awesome. You know, I'm just getting the Marvel game over Callisto, even though Callisto Protocol is 100% my shit. I'm just like, but Wolverine and Spider-Man. I mean,
oh no, it comes out this Friday. So you got Midnight Suns and Callisto Protocol this Friday.
Yeah,
and then you got there's another the Final Fantasy Crystal Crisis is like next week.
Crisis.
That gives you the point of where I'm at in my day.
And the Dragon. There's
definitely a crisis. That's for sure.
Quest,
excellent. Who knows? Maybe Nintendo will stealth drop Advance Wars sometime.
Yeah, maybe they'll stealth drop between today and Wednesday Metroid Prime HD.
Yeah,
that could
for sure.
Happen, right, Jeff?
Right, Jeff? Right?
Jeff?
I don't think even Jeff could secure a bomb that big.
No. But I think that's it. That's it for today. Look at that, 47 minutes or so. I love it. We did it with no Zach. I think it goes by smoothly.
Because if Zach were here, we would be spending the next 2.5 hours of him explaining Pentiment in its entirety.
Let me tell you guys why it's so cool to draw a wood carving of a naked man and who's a scientist and a doctor.
What's great is that he's never going to hear this.
He's never going to hear this. Love it. Esoteric already. Gents, it was awesome chatting with you guys, however much I could chat. Maybe my voice is actually kind of sultry or sexier this one. Maybe I'll stick to this. Maybe I'll stay sick a few more weeks.
Just be sick all the time.
I was saying that for sure.
Yeah. You were saying that for sure.
Yeah, that's why he was talking about asses.
Exactly. SideQuesting.com, SideQuesting's Discord, SideQuesting TV on YouTube and on Twitch. You can find us SideQuesting on Mastodon. And I got to figure out how to do multiple accounts on Hive. I don't know how to do that yet.
I don't even think Hive knows how to do that yet. No, so
Hive is legit 3 people on after work. Spending like 14 minutes developing something, and God bless them, they're doing a great job. But that's it for this week's episode of SideQuest. We'll see you on the next episode of the Side.